Leverage isn't having people do the work for you, it's having people own the outcomes. So the business produces results at scale the founder alone never could. That's the distinction this entire series has been building towards. This video is about what it looks like in practice and what stage 6 requires from the business stage 5 is building right now. Today, we're taking a look at what leverage actually looks like. Today's breakdown, we're going to take a look at what leverage is and what it isn't, the shift from working alongside to working through, what the business looks like on the other side, the capacity stage 6 requires, and the stage 5 series summary. Let's get started. What leverage is and what it isn't. You'll see two columns on the screen. Let's start with what coordination looks like. Founder assigns tasks and reviews results. Team executes what the founder designs. Work happens through the founder's direction. Output is limited by the founder's bandwidth. Businesses move as fast as the founder can keep up. Now let's take a look at what leverage looks like. The team owns outcomes and reports results. The team makes the decisions that produce the outcomes. Work, work happens through the team's judgment and authority. Output determined by the team's capacity, which can expand. Businesses move as fast as the ownership infrastructure allows. Coordination means the founder is the engine. Leverage means the founder built the engine, and the engine runs. Working alongside versus working through. Here's the clearest signal of where a founder is in stage 5. Let's start with working alongside. The founder is in the work, in the conversations, the reviews, the decisions. They work in parallel with the team, doing different pieces of the same thing. Remove the founder, and the quality drops. Stage 5 is incomplete. Now let's take a look at working through. The founder is behind the work. They design the process, they build the standards, and they develop the people. And now the team produces the outcome. Remove the founder's daily presence, and the quality holds. Stage 5 is complete. The test that the founder takes a week away, not available for questions, not reviewing outputs. What happens? Things would fall apart means working alongside. Outcomes would continue at standard means everyone is working through. That's the stage 5 test. What the business looks like on the other side. 3 specific, observable differences, not a fantasy. Decisions happen at the level closest to the work. The team member in the client conversations makes the judgment call, not the founder who isn't there. Decisions travel to where the information lives, not where the authority used to live. The founder's time shifts to work only they can do. Not only the founder can do this because they're best at it, but because it requires the founder's specific role. Strategy, key relationships, business development at the level the business is reaching. The work that builds stage 6. Growth adds to capacity, not to the founder's load. A new client adds to the team's workload, not the founder's involvement. Growth compounds instead of compressing. What stage 6 requires from stage 5? Stage 6 is the positioning stage, 250K to 350K. It requires the founder to look outward. That outward focus is only possible when the inward burden has been addressed. A founder who isn't consumed by operations, the positioning work, the market evolution, the decisions about what the business becomes, all of it requires the founder's full strategic attention. A founder still carrying stage 5 into stage 6 doesn't have the attention available. Operational weight fills the space that strategy requires. A business that can run while the founder looks up. The positioning shift requires the founder to be elevated above the operational layer, not absent, but above the day-to-day. Stage 5 builds that elevation by moving operations into teams ownership. Proof that the business is bigger than the founder. The positioning stage asks the founder to make choices about what the business becomes. Those choices only credible if the business has already demonstrated it can operate beyond the founder's direct involvement. Stage 5 is what makes stage 6 choices real options instead of aspirations. Stage 5 summary. 4 topics, 1 question answered. Why does this still require me, even when it shouldn't? Topic 14, the dependency paradox. Systems solve the predictable half. Decisions live in the other half, at the edge of every process. Those decisions were never handed off. They return to the founder by default. Topic 15, where ownership breaks down. Task transfer, thinking doesn't. Ownership breaks at the edge, at competing priorities, and at client friction. Reversion is the symptom. Topic 16, leading without carrying. From doing to building the conditions for building. Clarity, authority, standards, trust, but incrementally. The discomfort before the relief is real. The relief on the other side is what stage 6 requires. Topic 17, what leverage actually looks like. Working through people, not alongside them. The founder built the engine runs. That's stage 5 complete. I'm going to bring it back over to the quote. Leverage isn't about having people do the work for you. It's about having people own the outcomes. So the business produces results at scale the founder alone never could. You can't grow, you can't scale. You can't build the business out where you can take on a lot more clients until you have this in place. Once you have it in place and your team owns the outcomes, then it gives you room to be able to look at what the opportunity can actually become, what the business can become. And you're not just working for your dreams. Now you're working to help achieve everybody else's dreams along with it. Everybody that's along for the ride. The leverage stage is complete. What's next? Now that we've gone through the full stage 5 argument, 4 videos, 1 question. If this series changed how you see the dependency in your business, I want you to drop ownership in the comments. The stage 5 workbook package is where the diagnosis becomes specific. There are 3 workbooks, why everything still comes back to you, where decision bottlenecks actually form, and building a business that decides without you. The videos name the pattern. The workbooks examine where it lives in your business. You can find the workbooks and the workbook package at Majority Data Academy. The AI companion prompt gives you all 18 prompts from the decision system organized, so you can use them directly with any AI tool to go deeper into the work. The AI companion prompt guide is going to be part of that workbook package, and you'll get all 18 prompts. The Stage 5 full course includes the workbooks plus the Done With You support. Stage 5 full course you'll also find at Majority Data Academy. But before you go there, if you haven't done it yet, I invite you to take the leverage versus labor diagnostic before stage 6 drops. It's a free assessment that I'll leave the link to in the description. Leverage versus labor diagnostic is going to actually walk you through whether you're actually taking advantage of the leverage that's available to you, or if you're just moving the labor around in ways that make it seem like you're being productive, but you're not actually covering any real ground. You're just changing what the workload is. Stage 6 is coming, the positioning stage. And it's going to cover the 250 to 350K revenue stage. If you found this helpful, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you there.